And welcome back, guys, to the Mines of Moria. This is a Scans of Entertainment Reforged replay. It's a nice 4v3, and it was sent to me by MSQ2, who's commanding the realm of Khazad-dûm. And before we get started, just like to let you guys know, they've got a Patreon, Subscribe Star, PayPal option, and a donation link in the description below if you'd like to support my work. But as always, please like and share the video, as it does greatly support the channel. And so we'll get started with his army. He's got some guards of Khazad-dûm here. Some dwarven miners here. This is just your light tier cannon fodder unit, pretty much. Got about 3 units of them. Yeah, 3 units. We have some orc hunters of Khazad-dûm, I think armored up. We have some sentries of Khazad-dûm, 4th Legion shield guard, warriors of Khazad-dûm, more sentries. 3 units total. 4th Legion shield guard, more orc hunters. Warriors of Khazad-dûm, as I said. Looks like we've got 3 units here. 4th Legion shield guard. Some more dwarven miners, which is the 4th unit so far. And 4th Legion shield guard. Now, what's interesting, we've got 2 units of Sons of the Fallen. No Khazad-dûm reclaimers. No Mithril guard either. A little bit unusual. But, moving on to the first of his allies. We have Rune, commanded by Star Killer X. He's got some Kumul's Shadow Guard, Kumul's Chosen. Some Dragon's Wrath Crossbowmen. 2 units of Loke Norim, Eastron Crossbowmen, 2 units, Loke Flag Rim, Loke Scion Rim, Dragon's Wrath Guildsman. I think 2 units of Loke Gamp Rim here, 2 more units of Loke Flag Rim, and up here, 2 units of Variag Mercenaries, which is just your light archer unit, pretty much, light tier archer unit. Alrighty, our third attacker, we'll have to obviously keep an eye out for any hidden units, is Angmar, commanded by Y2K86. He's got some Angmar halberds here. Looks like 3 units here out front. Some Blackwatch Legion, I think 2 units, but just going for a quick look. These guys don't appear to be armoured up. We have some Witchrom Scourge Raiders. These guys are armoured up. We have some Trolls of Gundabad, Witchrom Hammerguard armoured up. Some Snaga Stalkers. 2 units of Gundabad Guard. Looks like 2 units of Guardians of Khazad-dûm. But these guys are not armoured up. I'm just searching the mob for any witches. There they are. The witches are there. They're hiding, but one of them stood out. Alrighty. The final attacker and ally of MSQ2 is Erebor. He's allied himself with his Dwarven brothers and 2 evil factions to retake the mines. Anyway, confusion aside, this army is commanded by Pharaoh. He's got some Blacklock engineers here. Ironfoot crossbows, Ironfoot pikes, Ironfoot warriors. Quite a few units of Ironfoot warriors, I think, 3 or 4. We have about 3 units of Ironfoot halberds, 2 units of Axe Guard Erebor, Obsidian Guard, Highborns of Erebor. So a very elite focused army here. Some Ironfoot crossbows, I think 2 units of them. And the rest of his army is in fact over here. Actually, this is a 5v3. My bad, I thought it was a 4v3. We have 2 Erebor armies. This one's commanded by Abdel Rahman. He's got some Highborns of Erebor, Obsidian Guard, Dragon Slayers of Ered Mithrin, Sons of Durden, Erebor Legionnaires, 2 units, Axe Guard of Erebor, 2 units, Ironfoot crossbows, Ironfoot spears, 2 units of spears actually, and 1 unit of halberds here, some Dwarven miners, and Ironfoot warriors. And I think that's it. So the defenders certainly have their work cut out for them. The first of which is the Shire, commanded by Sharkin. He's got some foot protectors. His ally Imladris, commanded by True Corsairs of Middle-earth. That's a long name. True's got some Spears of Rivendell out front. Don't think General's in that unit. Spears of Rivendell, as I said. Imladris Guardians, not armoured up. Spears of Rivendell, more Imladris Guardians, not armoured up. Proudfoot Protectors, again, from Sharkin. Dunedain Rangers. We got Eldenby Spearmen, 2 units. I think got Imladris Sentries, 1 unit here. Yeah. We have some God Helen NUR, not armoured up. Some Guate Marindane. And we have 2 units of Brunline River Wards. That's a 2-handed heavy sword unit. Making our way to the capital, we've got some more sentries, some Eldanwy archers, Norentina warriors, 2 units, some Bowens, which is really odd. Some archers of Rivendell, 2 units. Some Eldanwy swordmasters, 2 units. And there appears to be no units here on this ledge. Oh, actually there is. We have some Ents. It's actually invisible on the map. We have some Ents here, some Hobbitry and arms, a few units, some Farmers of Buckland, battling Brandy Bucks, all mixed in together nicely, so I can't really tell what's what. Another unit of Hobbitry and arms, and that's all I can see here. It's strange that these guys don't appear on the map. But I think most of Sharkin's army is actually up here. Alright, making our way through all the pathways and the camera getting thrown all over the place. Okay, we come to the rest of Sharkin's army. Some battling Brandy Bucks, Farmers of Buckland, Hobbitry and arms, 2 units. And we have the final defender, Unknown Soldier, commanding Gondor, who's got some artillery rangers here. Some marksmen of Caer Andros, 2 units. Proudfoot Protectors again. So that's 4 units, I think, of Proudfoot Protectors from Sharkin. He's gone heavy on the Proudfoot Protectors. We've got some veterans of Osgiliath, armoured up all the way. Pretty much all Gondor units that I can see that have an armour upgrade have been increased to the silver upgrade. That's a maximum upgrade. For Gondor, they cost 50 coin, half the price of what it would usually cost to armour up to silver level. We have some Axemen of Lossarnach, some Gondor infantry, I think 2 units. Pelican Marines, 2 units. These guys will be vital to deal with the dwarves. We have some Vanguard of King Elisar, Wardens of the White Tower, the Mothian Honour Guard, Axemen of Lossarnach, Citadel Guard, more Fountain Guard. Some more Axemen of Lossarnach, Citadel Guard again, Fountain Guard and Fountain Guard. So really strong defending armies here, really good attacking armies here. This looks exciting. Let's get started. Enjoy. So, we'll do a small cut and come back once the gates are down and the attackers begin their assault. See you soon. Alright guys, we're back. The gates are down and Gondor has started firing, but a little bit prematurely. Unknown Soldier should probably halt his fire. They're not that good, and these are just light tier units. Seems like YTK was getting a little bit ahead of himself there. Okay, the other gate now has fallen. And as you can see, True is already outside the gate with his Spears of Rivendell, ready to face MSQ2. But MSQ2 doesn't have any Khazad-dûm Reclaimers. He does have his Orc Hunters, which could fire in. The Spears of Rivendell here are not armoured up, so they would go down relatively quickly. Here we go. Let's see how effective it is. Okay, with the exception of 3 arrows, I think every other unit that fired just now scored a hit. Okay, we're seeing a couple of arrows fall onto the side of the walls here, but you know, we're talking. I think it's safe to say we're talking at least 70% accuracy. The ones that are firing at the moment. Yeah, MSQ2 is getting a lot of nice hits here. Question is, what will True do? Will he just leave these guys to absorb all the arrows? I mean, it looks like we've got 3 attacking armies here on this side. Starkill's coming down. We got Abdel pretty close by. If the attackers just swarm this whole choke point, I don't think True or Sharkin has the troops really to repel them. Or the firepower. I didn't see a catapult for the defenders either. Whereas the attackers have the witches, which is worse than any catapult. Let's just have a quick look on this side. Sharkin's actually sent up some Hobbitry and arms. Let's just have a look outside here. Coming down. Yeah, I'm not sure why you withdraw with the Scourge Raiders. They're an axe throwing unit first and foremost. They might do alright in combat, but remember, Hobbitry Arms is also AP as well, so armor upgrades be damned. On the other hand, running away from Trolls of Gundabad I do get. No, that armor there from the Trolls of Gundabad, you don't mess with the Trolls. Oh, that was a nice shot there, the Troll just standing at the gate, looking at the prize. Jeez, you gotta hand to these brave hobbits, they're not doing too bad on their own. Alright, let's have a look on this side. What's MSQ2 up to? Okay, out of the original Spears Rivendell unit, we have 8 left. See, this is where the archers should be brought up. I'm not sure why why True is not setting up his archers of Rivendell out front. Simply to target the Dwarven Miners. I mean, most of them are exposed now to them. He could have got a lot of nice kills, but he missed his opportunity. How effective is this going to be, I wonder? Not a bad plan, actually. There is no spears here. That was a good charge there from Sharkin. The bad ones are relatively protected. Probably just do a couple of cycle charges. I mean, the attackers aren't setting up any spear units. You've got Sons of the Fallen right there, but they're not going in. And you can take out all this unit here now if you wanted to. So you just sort of bumped them a little bit. There you go, there's a Sons of the Fallen spear wall moving in. He's trying crossbowing. I wonder if you can get the Balins out. Then do some cycle charges in the rear. I mean, with so many troops out here, it'd be hard for the attackers to really try and pin them down. And they waste a ton of ammunition trying to shoot them down. But you know, Sharkin got some revenge there for True's spears, so maybe I stand corrected. Maybe it was worthwhile to bring the Balins along. Seems to have really paid off so far. I mean, he should send in the Balins now to finish off the Dwarven Miners. So he can wipe them all out here and now. Another missed opportunity. Just going to go through the city just briefly, look for any catapult that I might have missed. There's Samwise Gamgee. He's one of the Proudfoot Protector units, that's not too surprising. Still, I don't see any catapult. Now, what's interesting is there's only 2 attacking armies on this side. I mean, Pharaoh's on his way, but Y2K is pretty much alone here. And this is the bigger choke point. This is where 3 attacking armies probably should be, and the other side should just be 2, because there's only a small amount of room to maneuver on the other side, whereas there is more room to maneuver with on this side. So this side is probably the one that 3 armies should be on, and 2 armies should be on the other side. But we'll see how it goes. Right now, this side is not attacking at all, whereas we have MSQ2 moving in. And, you know, as he should. I mean, the armies are all here ready to go. Starkiller's sending in his crossbows. That's a bit brave. Here comes the Bowens again. Starkiller trying to get his crossbows to safety. Horrible. Pretty much all ammunition is wasted here. Don't know why True's doing that. Possibly left him on auto fire. As I said, the only times you should ever lob into the air is when you have a huge blob in front of you, or you have Watchers of the Golden Wood, Elders of the Elven King, God Hell Emmanuel, and there was actually one other unit that has pretty decent accuracy, but I can't think of it right now. Oh, maybe Blackshot Dragon Slayers, I think. True is wasting a lot of ammunition here to kill a really a small amount of crappy units. It's not worth it. Ella should really be communicating here to True, telling him to stop. We've got Eastern Crossbowmen moving in. Now this is a target the Archers of Rivendell should be firing it on. It's good that True stopped, but he probably should return fire. Alright, here comes the Sons of the Fallen. The Achilles heel of the Balewinds. He's got to walk in. He's got to walk him through. He's got to walk him through. No, he did. I think just one of them. I think only one got skewered. True has really got to spread out his archers. He's got to improve their accuracy by giving them the high ground. See, he's packed up his archers here. It's not going to work against him. He's just doing himself a disservice there. I mean, he has room to move his archer units around. He can put them here on either side of the ledge and keep one in the middle if he must. Send his Spears of Rivendell across and just, you know, pepper this whole area. Because Starkiller is moving up all his archer units. He's got to start firing. Otherwise, Starkiller will just fire for him. Yeah, we've got a huge clump of troops here. The defenders are really wasting a big opportunity to get a lot of nice kills here. I don't know what they're waiting for. Sharkin's sending in one unit, which ultimately will not do anything. See, he's firing directly into the archer units and spear units of Lattice. True's got to move it. Looks like Y2K is about to go in. Unknown Soldier is very much ready for him. Pharaoh's moving in his crossbows. Barrowhite's moving in to act as a meat shield to absorb some of those arrows. Pelican Marines are a little exposed here to the crossbows. Oh, damn. I don't know why Unknown Soldier hasn't spread out his unit here. He's still got him in tight formation. Oh, this is not good. Really using the javelins at the wrong time there. Barrow-wights are a pest, but I don't know if you should waste all your javelins on them. Alright. What we got going on here? Actually, this isn't terrible. This isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And that being said, a lot of archer units are shooting upwards because they're so bunched up together. They don't have really good accuracy, but some are still firing at a nice angle, despite all that, which is surprising, actually. It is very surprising to see. The Proper Protector's firing in. Let's just take a quick look and see who's firing up, see who's firing in. See, these guys are way too close to each other. See, it seems like half are firing up, half are firing true. By true, I mean accurately. Yeah, as terrible as the angle is, the blob, the bunched up troops don't make it as bad. Eastern crossbowmen here are really close exposed. The Proper Protectors have withdrawn for some reason. Spears of Rivendell should get over here. Archers should get on the slope there because now the Proper Protectors have cleared it.
It is coming for us!
Some Guardians are moving in now.
It is coming for us!
I don't know why we have Archers of Rivendell here moving on the bridge. Doondown Rangers are waiting for the enemy, for the attackers to really group themselves up and push their way down the slope. The crossbows are firing out. Unknown Soldier's got his veterans always get in loose formation. He's not in honor guard here. Probably shouldn't be moved to the side and out of the line of fire because the crossbows can hit them. But looks like the attack here has sort of died down a bit. Unknown Soldier has got to move his troops out of there, or at least send them up. What we got going on here? Axeman Ostenark, looks like they're moving up. Okay, now they're running. Bad one's got over here quick. Sharkin's certainly keeping them busy. That's one way to get rid of the Barrow Whites for sure. Okay, we've got Stalkers. Looks like crossbows are trying to get out of there. Alright, MSQ2 and his team are putting the defenders over here under a lot of pressure. Okay. Norrentino Warriors, are they out of ammunition yet? They are. Okay, that's why they're not firing. But we have 2 units of Archers of Rivendell. What I'm simply thinking True needs to do is move first Archer unit here, second Archer unit here, then fire straight across. That way the accuracy of both Archer units is unimpeded. They can fire true and score hits, maximizing their kills of the attacking units. Or at least maximizing the damage they can do to the enemy units. Because right now, the accuracy of some of them is not good. It's not just about the resources you have, it's how you use them as well. But you know, what's also good here for the attackers is, sorry, the defenders, the attackers appear to be doing the same thing as well. Like, the accuracy of some of their own archer units or crossbows is impeded. So I am seeing them shoot, you know, upwards and, yeah, see, like, all these all hunters here, they're all shooting upwards. Marius Guardians should probably move up.
It is coming for us.
That's actually good fire.
It is coming for us.
You see, as the defenders move up their forces, because they've actually summited the hill now. Before they were down here where the Marius Guardians were, but they've managed to fight their way up. And now, unfortunately, because of that, they've also, some of them have got into the way of their archers, which means the archer units can't shoot into the attacking lines anymore. They've got to shoot further back in order to shoot true. Otherwise, they're just going to be shooting upwards into the air. Got some Dragon's Wrath Guildsmen here. Don't usually see these guys so early in the battle. They do throw their grenades. Never really see them used that well. Even by yours truly. Okay, Shark and Sea on some more forces. It is 17 to 12. Okay, what's going on over here? Alright, so the attackers on this side have stepped up their assault. We've got Trolls of Gundabad in now. We've got armed-foot halberds as well. The Trolls of Gundabad just knocked over half of the Gondorian forces here. Don't know if any of the bad ones left alive. The attackers have got to send in more forces, you know? So we've got some armed-foot axe throwers.
Men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
But, you know, the narrator or the voiceover guy seems very confident the attackers are doing very well. The bar is tipped in their favour. How many of the Trolls of Gundabad left? Down to 8. So yeah, we saw most of them leave the gate. These are just the stragglers that got caught in the battle and doesn't want to leave. Probably won't leave until they're dead. There he goes. So the Gondorian forces are pretty much surrounded and encircled Pharaoh's troops and Y2K's troops. A lot more forces being sent in now. We're about 2/5 of the way through. Again, I noticed it was a 52,000 replay, but I really don't care. Today, I'm just going to let that go. A depleted unit of spearmen are coming to the rescue. Puppetry and arms. So we've got one unit down to 94 that was in combat before. Other one's pretty much fresh. Duno Rangers still waiting for an opportunity to strike. Another unit of depleted puppetry and arms. Probably just trying to rest them, improve their morale, because right now they're shaken and exhausted. He wants to try and give them a rest. Okay, we've got a full unit, I think, of Spears of Rivendell. And who have we got coming in now? I think we've got some Lex Silent Rim coming in. Oh no, these are like Gampier, not bad. Guildsman's just trying to improve morale. These crossbowmen from Starkiller are definitely out of place. They have ammunition and are way too close to the fight and cannot be used where they are right now. Better off moving them back to the end of the army, to the rear of the army, and save them for later. Because you can't use them here right now, for sure.
It is coming for us!
We'll just watch for a quick minute and then head back over to the other side. Wow, that guy got skewered on the dwarven mine. He just got a blade embedded in half his chest from his shoulder. Oh, the wars don't like elves, that's for sure. It looks like the attackers are winning this fight. And we got some reinforcements charging through. I think they're 4th Legion shield guard. Yes, they are. Reinforcements have been needed soon. This is a lot of weight here. Looks like the attackers are getting ready for another push. What the hell? Something's up with the camera.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Okay, Citadel Guard, some of the units are facing the wrong way. You know, spearing units sometimes do that. You just got to turn around by just clicking on the enemy. So far, Gondor's holding pretty well here. I don't see the attackers breaking through anytime soon. 25 to 24, so the defenders are just in the lead at this time. $25 to 25. Okay, so we're on even terms here. Again, this is another siege where artillery has not been brought. This does change the game. It does change strategy quite a lot by not having an artillery piece here. It means the defenders have a lot more work ahead of them. See, in Rivendell, artillery equipment can benefit both attackers and defenders, whereas on this map, siege equipment really just benefits defenders because the attackers can't get through the gate without being fired upon. Alright, looks like the attack here has succeeded in breaking through. Yeah, I'm surprised they're doing down ranges. I'm trying to get the camera to move around. Sharkin should have been firing with the doing ranges. I mean, all these troops here are nicely blobbed up. And Sharkin's paying attention. Sorry about the camera, guys. Okay, doing the ranges are firing here now. But they're firing at the wrong target. All the troops are blobbed up here. Maybe they're firing at the eastern crossbowmen. Oh, but yeah, Sharkin's got to send his hobbitry and arms down there to hold the enemy in place while he fires on them with his Dunedain Rangers. I mean, he's still in a perfect position to get a lot of damage here. He just stops and turns around. I'm really hoping he does. I don't want him to keep running up. Oh, he's gone. Oh, no! That's a horrible idea. I think that's a huge opportunity missed there for the defenders. Sharkin should not have withdrawn. He's withdrawn too early. Now the defence here will suffer. We've now got Eastern Crossmen firing freely at Truesmen on the other side of the bridge. Elder enemy spearmen not in shield wall formation. All the attackers simply have to do is stand on this side of the bridge, fire in, weaken them, and then send in and wipe them out. Send in troops just to wipe them out. True should not remain here unless he has crossbow support to defend the troops stationed here. This will be nothing more than a turkey shoot if True doesn't fire back.
They're attacking us!
Yeah. You guys have got to start talking to each other. I'm not liking this. True's men are here just being slaughtered. Gotta get your archers on the hill here. Don't know why he keeps leaving them there. Now, if he doesn't know, then we've definitely got some veterans here on the defending team that should be helping him. Sharkin has played this a few times. See? You can just see the Elven troops melting away. True should fire back or withdraw. He shouldn't stay there and allow his men to get killed. And Sharkin's withdrawing his whole army here. He's even given up this choke point where he could have put his rangers here on the side to fire into the attacking troops as they blobbed up around here. We've seen many players do that in the past. Some to great effect, but Sharkin's given it up. Definitely makes life easier for the attackers for sure. What have we got going on here? Alright, luckily for True, the attackers send in their troops instead of just firing him to death, which they easily could have done. What's going on? Blackhawk engineers firing in there? Or was that Dragon's Wrath Guildsman? It was Dragon's Wrath Guildsman. The troops here are damaged and weak. This defense won't last very long. The attackers... True's got to withdraw his men. I mean, he's withdrawing some, but not all. I don't know why he's not withdrawing these guys. He's just leaving. Maybe he forgot about them, I don't know. But he shouldn't leave them here. Either he should mount a defense here at the top of the ledge, or just withdraw to the citadel. Doesn't make sense to leave troops like this in this formation here alone. I mean, this is the God Helm NUR. These guys have ammunition. I don't think these guys have even fired yet, so they shouldn't be here. Should just be stationed right here to fire into the enemy troops as they come over that ledge there. Same goes for the protectors from Sharkin. They should set up their archer positions and get ready. True should not be sending in more men down there. They've given up the ledge. Their enemy has all the firing positions covered. Any troops they send down, the attackers could pepper to death easily. Up here, the defenders have the opportunity to cover the area well. Down here, they have no chance of covering their own troops well. This whole area, the whole other side of the bridge has been taken. And they should withdraw their forces. I mean, they've got enemy forces coming here, up here on the sides. They need to have reinforcements stationed nearby to fire on the enemy troops as they approach. How's it going here? Pretty good. Unknown Soldier has kept the enemy at bay. With the help of Sharkin's Bowens. He's got plenty of troops left with ammo, which is very important, especially with the Italian Rangers. And we've got 2 units of powerful protectors here that haven't used their ammunition that I know of. But yeah, Unknown Soldier has this side covered pretty well. Then we've got Wardens of the White Tower here. Is that nothing on? Oh, that's Fountain Guard. Now remember, all the Gondorian troops have the armor upgrade. Or most of them anyway, where it's available. So they'll be able to stamp to most enemy fire here from the crossbows, axe throwers, far longer than normal. Now, YTK is trying to get some Scourge Raiders here to fire his axe throwers here on the flank. Shouldn't be too hard for the Gondorians to break through. Oh, they do have their axes. We've got Ironfoot axe throwers here firing in. They're a little bit too close. They should probably move back so they can fire into the Ironfoot axe throwers, but stay out of the range of them. Because right now they're in range of the axe throwers. If they just move back a little bit, they can fire. They can return fire safely with no fear of being hit. And there's something that will fall. Unknown's got to put these guys back a little bit. This isn't good. Axel will also actually be charging into the Scourge Raiders to stop them from firing. Unknown's trying to return fire now to the axe throwers. Damn it, Unknown. Fall back. You can still fire safely. If you just follow your troops back here, whenever you're in this position, guys, you can just fire back in. Just know the range. Just know the range of your own troops and the range of your enemy troops, and then maybe you can use that to your advantage. If your troops have a greater range, you can stay out of their range, and yet hit them without fear of losing your own troops. You don't want to lose the Marksmen of King Andros. They're just as good as combat as they are an archer unit. And Unknown might be thinking about reinforcing his defensive line here because he's running out of men. Unless he wants to hold this choke point here instead. Possible. Alright, let's see how bad it is up here. We've got Brunheim River Wards here. Proudful Protectors. Fire into the Lochnarin. Not a bad idea. Elder Enemy Swordmasters are holding the enemy at bay for now. That's buying Protectors some time to get some nice kills, I suppose. Yeah, pretty much all of them are getting some nice hits there. With that supporting fire, the Swordmasters here could possibly hold and defeat all these units. That being said, I can't really say the same about reinforcements coming in. Certainly does make things difficult, but the Proudful Protectors can still do a lot of damage. Alright, how bad is it up here? Who's firing in? Oh no! Oh, Sharkin. His Rangers are firing in. But he's firing at the all counters of Khazad-dûm. He's not firing at the long column of troops coming in. Those are just lucky hits that we're seeing there. This isn't intentional. That's not what you should be doing. Okay, looks like the Rangers are shifting targets. Well, we do have a bunch of Dwarven troops right in front of them that could get a lot of nice kills if they wanted to. But as you can see, the Rangers are not firing at this time. 47 to 43 now. Back in the defenders' favour. Sharkin could really kill all of these units here quickly, or at least damage them significantly with his Rangers, because they're really bunched up here. Could fire into the Ironfoot Spears as they come across. But they're not firing. We've got powerful protectors here. Defenders won't hold there for very long. Elder enemy Swordmasters should be sent up to reinforce the line. I really don't know why Sharkin isn't firing into this blob of Dwarven troops. He could move his Rangers just around here, to this area here, and fire in directly, thus scoring maximum damage on those attacking troops.
Winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Reinforcements are coming up, but you know they've ruined that angle there for the Dunedain Rangers. We've got Axe Guard of Airwall moving up, possibly to take out the Dunedain Rangers, and they're going to get into them. And that's not good. We need more reinforcements up here. Dunedain Rangers need to be withdrawn immediately. Elder enemy archers need to position themselves. Get ready to fire at the incoming enemy troops. Glytham Marine they need to be set up. Axe Guard Airball are going to outflank their own defending troops. Cut down the defense. See? They're surrounding and enveloping the defending forces.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Sharkin's setting up some farmers at Buckland, but it might be too late. We've got some shield guard being sent up from MSQ2. Elderly archers are firing when they should not be. All that pressure up there is going to force Unknown to give up this position soon. He can't stay here. The attackers are almost through to the Citadel. That's impressive. The Green General just got killed. Sharkin's reinforcing Gondor's defense. Pelican Marines being sent up. Probably should be... I would send the Marines back up to the Citadel to assist with the defending forces up there. There's a lot of pressure coming from MSQ2 and his team. Zaxxar is getting a lot of nice hits. Axel lost now. I know what their plan is. I'm going to try and get into the Axos maybe. Well, that wasn't a good plan. They've exposed themselves completely to the Axos.
Only half the enemy force
Oh,
remains.
Witcher fire. Oh, and the Fountain Guard is in a world of trouble right now. If the Witcher's getting an angle on them, they could lose the entire unit. Powerful Protectors have chased them out, so Defenders got off luckily there. They were in a bit of strife. Pelican Marines looks like they're out of ammunition. Given that he's trying to get them away from the battle, indicates they still have ammunition, so I'm not sure. Alright, defending forces here broke the enemy troops.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast.
We've got the Witches hovering at the gate. So the attackers are gearing up for another assault. Coming up here though. True is just getting very lucky here. We have a huge body of troops. I think we've got some of the Rangers here trying to fire as well. Oh god, God Helm are firing as well now. Rune and River Wards are totally exposed. They should be withdrawn or sent into the fight. They should not stay here. True's men are just being peppered and slaughtered right now. Only one Ent left. What I think the defenders should have done is line up the God Helm here, Elder Enemy over here, and maybe have the Duna Rangers lined up here. Have the defense line ready, try and hold the attackers that'll come down this way in place, while we have the God Helm, the Elderly Archers and the Duna Rangers all peppering this huge blob of troops, damaging, killing, and possibly defeating them. But they're not positioning themselves ready for the assault. It looks like they're going to be caught out here, I think.
Very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
The Matters troops should be able to stay in battle and fight for a long time before they break. The God Helm, I don't know where the hell they're firing at, but they got to stop. Looks like they're firing into the Lok Narim. Some are scoring hits. As I said, the God Helm are pretty accurate. The Proudfoot Protectors should be sending their forces up to assist the Elves. Try and keep those units alive for as long as possible. They shouldn't be waiting here. These guys are just getting killed faster. Protectors could do better with the Elven troops there alive than dead. Unknown Soldier is withdrawing because he has to at this point. They won't hold the citadel without his forces. It's 71 now to 67. Looks like Pharaoh's just waiting until unknown withdraws. Y2K also. They'll just wait until unknown either withdraws completely or leaves a few troops behind but not enough to keep them back. See, troops sending up reinforcements, LDMB archers are out of ammunition. Sharkins should send up the powerful protectors right now as well. They're a pike unit and they have a fair bit of fighting together than the pike. Same goes to the Fountain Guard. Unknown soldiers sending them in right now. It just looks like Starkiller's just waiting for his opportunity to charge in, and that would only happen once MSQ2, I think, and Abdel break through into the mouth of the citadel, maybe. But is this it? Is this all they have? I'm not seeing the guards of Khazad-dûm here. Okay, so we've got Sentries of Khazad-dûm, Ironfoot Halberds, the Guards of Khazad-dûm, Sons of the Fallen, I think 2 healthy units here, and Sentries of Khazad-dûm. So, yeah, MSQ2 has a lot of forces stationed and ready. When he starts to press, that's when Rune should start to press. It should send the defenders into a bit of a panic. Warriors of Khazad-dûm down to 7 now. Gauls have a good morale, that's for sure. Sentries of Khazad-dûm charging the might of the Fountain Guard. Bit of a deadlock. We're sending in more dwarves now to move the mass along. 73 to 68. Gunda Rangers from Sharkin seem to be in position. Same goes for the Proudfoot Protectors. God Helm, I think, is in the way of the Proudfoot Protectors and should be moved. All these troops here are broken, so they can't be moved at all. So nothing can be done there. But broken troops don't tend to affect the accuracy of archer units. They tend just to shoot anyway, and if it hits them, it hits them. Enemy or friendly. Okay, Starkill's decided to go in. Ladder should be able to hold here with the troops he has. They are decent units. The God Helm can't do any good here, I don't think. I think maybe he should just send his God Helm down here to fire on Angmar as he comes in. Same goes for the Athenian Rangers. We've got 1 unit left of the Blackwatch Legion troop. There is just not many men left. But it looks like they're going in. Pharaoh's going to lead the way. Next one lost knocked down to 27. Pelican Marines have their javelins. Pelican Marines should be withdrawn. They need to go back up the Citadel. MSQ2's army is just too big. They're needed there. The Achilles heel, as I always say, for the Dwarven armies are axe throwers and javelin units. And armor piercing bow units, but other than that, nothing really will kill them quicker. Slowly but surely, MSQ2 is moving forwards. About 12,000 frames or so to go. Okay, Pharaoh's withdrawing most of his army. Probably should move up his crossbows first and try and take out some of the Pelican Marines. You don't want them to fire too early, so you don't want to get your armies too close to those Marines. Oh, these Axor units 34. Oh, a lot of them are down there. Yeah, I think the Pelican Marines are a bigger threat. Of course, you want to try and take them down first. Now Ferris troops is broke. His army didn't admit defeat, they just broke. We've got Hammer Guard here under fire. Y2K is just trying to go in. We've got crossbows here targeting the Nemothnian Honor Guard. Crapple Protectors trying to take down the Hammer Guard. Hammer Guard's down to 27. What's going on? What's I'm going to do here? Highborns are Erebor being sent up. Okay, there goes Y2K86's general. Don't know where the witches are just yet. Around this area somewhere. Sitting guards sent up. Black Hawk Engineers coming in now. It's 83 to 75, so battle's actually slipping away here from SQ2, but it's still saying he can win. Like Narim here firing into the shark and blob. MSQ2 has plenty of forces stationed at the ready. I'm still not seeing the Sons of the Fallen in the fight yet. What happened there? Turning the ranges I can't see anymore. Now they've got Helm targeting the centre of the Khazad-dûm. Got Abdul sending out reinforcements. 85 to 78. Sharkin's getting a lot of nice kills here. Yeah, the Great Marine then is shredding the runic troops. Starkill is almost defeated here. He's running out of men. Which is actually bad for the attackers, because after that's done, they can really allocate resources to this main checkpoint here that they're attacking. There's no more threats down here they need to worry about. Unless MSQ2 sends forces all the way back around. $87 to 80. Oh, what have we got going on here? Looks like the Nothian Honor Guard was peppered, or maybe it was Fountain Guard. Looks like the witches are trying to get away. They want to kill the Fountain Guard, but they need time to turn around and fire. Okay, they probably should stop. They can fire in now if they wanted to. They should stop. Oh yeah. Maybe they're out of ammunition. Yep, they're probably out of ammunition. That's why they didn't stop. Fountain Guard should win that fight. Healing Rangers look like they're out of ammunition. Highballs are airborne down to 7, and they're broken right now. Never thought I'd see that. I think we're about to see the fall of Pharaoh's general. Well, it looks like he got away. Huh. Lucky him. 91 to 85. So Pharaoh's withdrawing some units now. Seems to have won that fight. Sons of the Fallen have broken through. So now the God Helm can fire to their heart's content. And probably will score some nice hits because we literally have the enemy troops right in front of them. Duna Rangers already... I don't know where the Duna Rangers actually are. But the God Helm should be firing in here. This is their time to shine. I think that was Pharaoh's general before. Oh god, Helen's still not firing. Don't know what they're waiting for. It is 93 to 87. MSQ2 has a strong force. He can still win this. And the longer True waits to fire, this only serves MSQ2 more. The bar's coming back in favour of the defenders slowly, but it's still pretty much even. Yeah, I don't know what True is doing. I don't even know how much ammo he has left. But he should be firing, and I don't know why he's not. $95 to $89. I'll tell you one thing that does help with a very long replay like this is a triple shot coffee. So the guy on helm is reloading. So it looks like True's trying to get them to fire. It almost seems like the good target to go for is the guards of Khazad-dûm. They're relatively unimpeded. There's hardly any friendly units near them. Okay, there goes True. What the? Don't get that at all. No, this is it, guys. This is where the battle is going to be decided. You can see the dwarves have fought their way down the hill here. They're doing far better on their left than on their right. That being said, they have their elite troops on the right to deal with the Great Marine Day. True's moved, he's got Helen back. Let's have a look and see what he does. It's also possible the Shire troops are in the way and they won't fire, I don't know. I don't think it's anything that True's doing. $97 to $90. Oh god, Helm's just been sent into battle. That's a tough one. You know, it just seems like Gondor's trying to swarm and overwhelm MSQ2. But the thing is, MSQ2 has the muscle and quality to beat him back. Samwise Games is in a bit of trouble. Sharkin risks losing his general any second now. Alright guys, let's times 2 speed just because it's getting a little bit grindy now. Well, it has been grindy before, but this is just a battle now of endurance to see who makes it to the end. I think no one's got any more surprises up their sleeve. This is just going to be a sword to axe fight, that's it. I was trying to wait and see what the god Helm did, but in the end they were just sent into the fight. Okay, there goes MSQ2's general. It could be bad. 93 to 98 now. It's still saying the battle's in MSQ2's favour right here. The Obsidian Guard are certainly doing him proud, for sure. There goes the Gondorian general. So the Gondorian and Mattis general's already gone. I don't know if Samwise Gamgee ended up getting killed. Can't remember. Guards of Khazad-dûm down to 6. Okay, now it's saying enemies getting the upper hand in this battle. There's Abdel's general. $95 to 99. I think the defenders will just pull away here with the victory. I had them defeated, so I stand corrected. Well done, guys. I thought some of the earlier mistakes might have cost you the match, but you fought your way back in. Sharkin, I think, played a pivotal role in this victory for sure. His powerful protectors definitely served the defenders well. Yeah, there goes Abdel's general. 100 to 95, it is over. Clear defeat is a bit harsh. Didn't look very clear to me, but anyway. Well done to True Corsair of Middle Earth, Sharkin and Unknown Soldier on their victory. Most impressive. Well done to Sharkin especially on 3,274 kills, Unknown Soldier 2,281 kills, who held that checkpoint pretty much on his own, but with a little bit of Sharkin help as well. And True Corsair of Middle Earth also did very well, but made a couple of mistakes with his archer positions. I think he could have held the choke points more convincingly, more easily than he did. I think also Sharkin withdrew his ranges a little bit too early. I think doing the ranges could have done significant damage to Abdel's forces and MSQ2 forces as they charged through on the side pass there. But they ended up winning anyway, so well done to them. That being said, MSQ2, Starkiller, Y2K86, Pharaoh, and Abden Rahman did a nice attack. They had the enemy on the run there. It seemed like pretty much all the way. They just kept hammering them. That being said, Pharaoh and Y2K struggled to breach their side. I think a third army would have really helped them get across the line. But no, decent effort. They tried to get through. You know, I've been in Y2K's and Pharaoh's position before, and I struggled to get through that choke point, and sometimes I didn't. So I know exactly where they're coming from. But no, that was a great attack. That was a really close battle there. I thought MSQ2 and Abdul at the end there had enough troops to take it, but Unknown Soldier just had enough in the tank to tip the scales back in the defenders' favour. I mean, Sharkin had his proud protectors there, but Unknown Soldier had a lot of quality troops that hadn't really seen much combat in the end, so that's what I think really helped the defenders win that battle. But still, a great battle from all. Everyone made little mistakes here and there. Everyone will always make little mistakes here and there, everywhere, including yours truly, okay? I'll happily criticise myself for all my mistakes when I make them as well, so you know, don't take my comments personally. But thank you to MSQ2 for sending in the replay. This is Scouts Entertainment signing off. Catch you guys after I do the kill count, which I did not do. Okay, Guards of Khazad-dûm, 100. Sons of the Fallen almost got 100 kills apiece. Dwarven Miners ranged from 11 to 104. Don't know why MSQ2 bought so many miners. I think you could have bought maybe a couple more quality units instead. But anyway. Warriors of Khazad-dûm also did not do too well. 57 to 104. Sentries of Khazad-dûm did not do very well at all. One unit got 9, the other one 94. They also got taken out early by something. 4th Legion Shield Guard, 112, 84, 110. Wonkats of Khazad-dûm, 179 to 88. And 4th Legion Shield Guard ranged from 94 to 124. Okay, so strange performances there from some of the units, especially the Sentries of Khazad-dûm. They usually tend to do okay, to very good, but not this time. Alrighty, thank you to MSQ2 once again for sending in the replay. This is Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Catch you guys next time. Bye.